Welcome to Light Vibes, where we turn awkward silences into smooth conversations and dating fails into success stories. We've all been there, sitting across from someone, overthinking whether to make eye contact or inspect the menu like it holds the secrets to the universe. Maybe you just knocked over your drink, laughed a little too hard at your own joke, or accidentally called them by your ex's name. Oops. Awkward moments in dating are like autocorrect fails, unpredictable and often embarrassing. But don't worry, with a few simple tips, you can dodge those cringe-worthy situations, keep the conversation flowing, and actually enjoy your date without secretly plotting an emergency escape to the restroom. Let's get into it. Don't overthink it. Your date is not a quiz show. Listen, every time you talk to your date, you don't have to feel like you're on a game show with a buzzer ready to go off. What's your favorite color? What do you think of pineapple on pizza? What are your long-term goals for the next 5 years? Stop. Keep it simple. You don't need a 10-question interview. Just talk. Be yourself, and remember, your crush is a person, not a game show. Master the art of small talk without sounding like a robot. Small talk on a date is like stretching before a workout. Skipping it might lead to disaster. You don't need to open with, "So, what are your thoughts on the meaning of life?" Unless, of course, you're dating a philosophy major, then go for it. Instead, keep it light and effortless. Try, "What's the most random thing that happened to you this year?" Or, "If you could swap lives with a celebrity for a day, who would it be?" These questions are like social cheat codes. They keep the conversation rolling and save you from awkwardly sipping your drink just to fill the silence. Bonus tip: if you get stuck, compliment their outfit. Just don't overdo it with, "Wow, your shirt really brings out the color of the restaurant's wallpaper." Smile like you actually want to be there. You'd be amazed how many people forget to smile on a date. You're not auditioning for a role in a horror movie. If you want to avoid awkwardness, flash a smile. It doesn't have to be a goofy grin, just a friendly, relaxed smile that says, "I'm here, I'm cool, and I'm not planning on running away anytime soon." Avoid, "So what are we?" like it's a 1,000-piece puzzle. It's tempting to ask the "where is this going?" question on the first date, especially if you're already picturing your names on a coffee mug together. But hold your horses. If you want to avoid the dreaded awkward silence, steer clear of the "what are we?" talk too early. Relationships are like pizza. They need to bake for a little while before you can start adding the toppings. Keep it chill. Embrace the silence. It's not a crime. Here's the thing, silence isn't always awkward. Sure, it's a little uncomfortable at first, but you don't need to fill every second with words. You're not an auctioneer trying to keep the conversation flowing. If things get quiet, just relax and let it breathe. A comfortable silence can sometimes be more telling than talking for hours about your favorite Marvel movies. Skip the pickup lines unless you're a smooth-talking unicorn. Spoiler, you're probably not. Let's be honest, pickup lines work about as well as a screen door on a submarine. Saying, "Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see," might get you a laugh or a quick escape attempt. If you really want to impress, ditch the corny one-liners and go for something real. A sincere compliment like, "I love your style, it's effortlessly cool," goes way further than pretending you moonlight as a professional flirt. Trust me, confidence and authenticity beat dad joke level pickup lines every time. Be a listener, not a talk show host. Nobody likes a one-man talk show. Asking questions is great, but remember, it's a conversation, not an interrogation. Don't bombard your date with questions like you're reading off a script. Actually listen to their answers and let the conversation flow naturally. If your date talks about their favorite band, don't just say "cool" and move on. Ask them why they love the band and listen to what they say. You'd be surprised how much smoother the date will go when you're not just waiting for your turn to speak. Confidence over cockiness. Confidence is attractive, but cockiness, Not so much. You want to come off as someone comfortable with who they are, not like you're auditioning for America's Next Top Model with a head full of ego. Compliment your date, share your thoughts, but don't talk about how you're definitely the coolest person in the room, because we all know you're probably not. Keep it humble, and your confidence will shine through. Your phone is not your date's third wheel. Put it away. If you're checking your phone every 10 seconds, your date might start wondering if you're secretly dating your notifications. Unless you're expecting a life-changing call from NASA or a text from your long-lost twin, put the phone on silent and keep it out of sight. Your Instagram feed will survive without you for an hour. Your date, on the other hand, might not stick around if they feel like they're competing with your screen. Show some real interest, make eye contact, and resist the urge to just check one thing before they start swiping left in real life. No pressure. Your date is just a person, not a rare unicorn. I get it, you want to impress them, but take a deep breath, because here's the truth. Your date isn't a mythical creature who descended from the heavens to judge your every move. They're just regular humans. Instead of stressing over saying the perfect thing, just focus on being yourself. You're not auditioning for a rom-com. You're just two people figuring out if you vibe. Compliments are like hot sauce. Use just the right amount. Sure, compliments are great, but drowning your date in them won't make them fall for you. It'll just make them wonder if you're reading from a script. Saying, "You're so beautiful, your laugh is perfect, and your hair belongs in a shampoo ad," sounds less like flirting and more like an ad campaign. Instead, keep it genuine and effortless. Think, "You have a great sense of humor," or "I like you hairstyle." Basically, compliment like a normal person, not like you're competing for Employee of the Month in the flirting department. Be honest, because fake stories always come back to bite you. Honesty is key in dating, because let's face it, telling your date you love hiking when your idea of the outdoors is the Starbucks patio is a disaster waiting to happen. 1 minute, you're nodding along to their Grand Canyon adventure story, and the next, you're being invited on a 10-mile trek you're absolutely not prepared for. Instead of pretending to be a thrill-seeking 5-star chef who rescues puppies on weekends, just be yourself. The right person will like you, not the Instagram version of you. And if they don't, at least you won't be stuck on a mountain gasping for breath, questioning your life choices. Laugh at yourself. You're on a date, not auditioning for Netflix comedy special, spilled your drink, stumbled over your words, accidentally waved at someone who wasn't actually waving at you. Congrats, you're human. Instead of turning bright red and planning your escape route, just laugh it off. No one's expecting perfection. This isn't a job interview, unless your date is really intense. A little self-deprecating humor goes a long way in making you more relatable. The right person isn't looking for a flawless performance. They just want someone who can roll with life's awkward moments and maybe not take themselves as seriously as a reality TV contestant giving a dramatic confession. Master the art of casual touch, not the "help, I'm being grabbed" vibe. A light, friendly touch on the arm. Smooth. Suddenly clasping hands like you're in a romantic comedy reenactment. Maybe let's dial it back. The key is subtle and natural, like seasoning your food. Just a pinch, not the whole spice rack. A quick touch during a laugh, great. An unexpected back rub mid-dinner? Absolutely not. The goal is to gauge comfort levels and respect boundaries, not make your date wonder if they should start practicing their ninja escape moves. Keep it light, keep it fun, and most importantly, keep it not creepy. Avoid "I'm not good with relationships." That's like saying "I'm bad at breathing." Look, we all get nervous, but announcing "I'm not good with relationships" is basically the dating version of saying, "Warning, proceed at your own risk." Not exactly a confidence booster. Sure, nobody's perfect, but don't sell yourself short. Instead of waving a red flag before the date even gets started, focus on what makes you a great catch. Confidence is attractive, so own your quirks, embrace the learning curve, and remember, relationships aren't about being flawless. They're about figuring out the awkwardness together, and maybe deciding whose Netflix account you'll use. Have a backup topic, because "what's your favorite color?" won't carry the whole date. You're sitting there nodding, sipping your drink, and suddenly, bam, Conversation blackout. Your brain is now a blank page. But don't panic. This is why you need a backup plan. Instead of relying on, so, do you like blue? To keep things alive, come prepared with fun, open-ended topics. Ask about weird childhood obsessions. Did they also believe they'd grow up to be an astronaut? Their dream vacation? Or the strangest thing they've ever eaten? Just don't turn it into an interrogation. This is a date, not a job interview. Don't talk about your ex like you're still sending them good morning texts. Bringing up your ex on a first date is like bringing up your childhood imaginary friend. It's weird, unnecessary, and might make your date wonder if you're really over them. Nobody wants to sit through a speech on why my ex was the worst or best. If the topic comes up, keep it short, be respectful, and move on. Preferably to something more fun, like your favorite movie, a weird talent you have, or the very serious debate over whether pineapple belongs on pizza. Get comfortable with silence. It's not the end of the world. Promise. Silence isn't a disaster. It's just a brief commercial break in the middle of your date. You don't have to turn into a motivational speaker just to avoid a quiet moment. Some of the best connections happen when you're both chilling in silence, not stressing about what to say next. But real talk. If you spend 5 minutes staring at your shoes like you're waiting for them to start talking, that's when it gets weird. So take a deep breath, enjoy the vibe, and just let it be. You got this. And there you have it, your ultimate survival guide to dating without turning into an awkward penguin. Take a deep breath because let's face it, nobody's expecting you to be perfect unless you're a penguin, in which case, send us a friend request. Just be yourself, and everything else will magically fall into place, or at least make for a great story later. Happy dating. And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more survival dating tips.